Well, the car came with brushes when I purchased it. And, well, they're not the right brushes. So, me being the MacGyver I am, let's take the brushes out of this housing and put them into the one we gotta use. Because these ones are to the point where much more wear, and I'm gonna start destroying my armature. So, we don't want that to happen, so let's just throw these better looking brushes in there, and that should put us in business. So let me get a screwdriver. Well, I guess let me see if I can get out the ones that we're going to try using before I go after the ones in the housing we're using. Screws are awfully rusty and ugly looking, so this is going to be interesting whether or not it actually works. We will find out. Let's see here. Whew. This thing definitely got warm. Hey, wow. Screw came loose. There's one. All right. Those are not gonna come out easy. The one in the plastic came out easily, but as far as these other ones, let's see what we got here. Another one. Yeah, the ones in the plastic are breaking loose right away. Guess that's to be expected. So we got two brushes there. And one thing to note, in the starter I'm about to use, the one off of the 69 Buick, the brushes all are worn differently. So with that being said, the starter, I definitely need to take this thing apart and do a deep cleaning. They're not, retracting and spreading out like they should. They're kind of sticky, and you don't want that. So that's why they are worn like they are. But since only able to get two brushes out of here without doing some serious soaking on this, just with how rusty it is, yeah, I don't want to strip it. I'll put that over in the parts washer and let it soak for a day, and I'll be able to harvest those brushes, which they're actually really good. So with that being said, let me see if I can't change or put two of these brushes in here for the most worn ones, just to make sure I'm not going to end up chewing up my armature. I don't want to do that. I'm going to try changing just the two worst brushes. See that guy? There is like nothing left there. It's worn right to the plastic. A couple more cranks and I would have started chewing up this little plastic guy. I mean, it's right there. So, good thing we're doing it. Oh yeah. See how much bigger that brush is on there. I'm not going to get into that plastic, so that'll do us. That'll do. like I said, saying it again, this is just for the sake to see what I got. I just need to get this car running, confirm I got a good motor, and then we'll do a true rebuild on this starter. We'll get new brushes in it, we'll get it all apart, we'll get a paint job on it, we'll get it all cleaned up and re-lubed up and get all this where I feel confident that it's going to start the car for another 50 years like it's already done. There's that one in. Nice, nice, nice. All right, there's that one. I think I might be able to do these, yeah. I can do these without pulling that out of there. That's a little time saver. Yeah. I know, guys, I'm terrible at videoing and I'm boring. I need to come up with better content, but for somebody out there, this might be useful because if they truly are wanting to keep the car factory appearing like I am, there's other avenues other than just finding a 1969 Cadillac starter, because I came to realize that is a little more difficult than I realized. And or, I mean, unless you want to spend 500 bucks on a new old stock one, but I didn't think it was, I wasn't going to spend 500 bucks on a starter to find out I got a motor that's junk. So this was the next best option. And once again, like I said, this starter, after we give it a deep clean and fresh coat of paint, nobody will ever know that this isn't the original starter because it's factory appearing. And I like that. Not that I would lie to anybody if they asked me, but I just want them to want someone to look under the hood, it to look like they're looking under the hood of an original 1962 Cadillac. I don't want there to be a starter from 2022 on there that doesn't even match a period correct starter. I'm weird about stuff like that. And I think at the end of the day, once it's all said and done, you end up with a better finished product. All right, so we got those in there. Awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. All right, so next we need to get this guy down here, which actually I'm gonna go grab me a little bit of grease so we can put some grease on there. We got the grease. So I'm just gonna take this guy here. Just put a little grease on here. I'm gonna go crazy, but just a little bit of grease. Nice. All right. So then we'll slip this guy back on there. Make sure it spins back on there like so, all the way down to the bottom and seated. That's how we want it. Then this little collar that holds the snap ring drops down on there. Make sure the open end, or the end that the snap ring pops into is facing towards the top, which it is here, so we're good. And actually, we're going to use Redneck MacGyver right here. Just working to get the snap ring back around the shaft. Just as hard as it was to get off, well, it's being equally hard getting down on there. It's definitely a tight fit. Let's see here. There it is. Nice. Sweet. There's that. I'm going to go clamp this in the vise after I spread it apart a little bit to get it off there. I can't get this retainer or collar or whatever it's called here to slide back over it, so I'm just going to squeeze it together a little bit, and I bet it will slide right back over. And we will be in business. All right, rock and roll. We got it back around the snap ring. We're in business, boys and girls. All righty. So we'll wash it here. Perfect. Perfect. Love it when a plan comes together. Yep, that's back in like it needs to be. Let's get this bolt back through the starter relay's little arm here. Awesome, awesome sauce. We're making headway, guys. We're making headway. Getting closer to getting to start the 62 Cadillac. It's one of those gigs where I don't know, honestly how long it's been since it's been sitting. I was told it's 2 years since it last started. Sometimes that means 20 years, sometimes that means 2 years. I know the guy's owned it for 20 years, and it's been in his garage ever since. I think he may have bought it kind of pretty much about like I did, as far as in a bit of a project state, so I'm not sure how often it was really driven. I did find insurance cards in the car all the way up until 2010 was the most recent. So I'm thinking, there might be some truth to he was driving it and enjoying it, I think, up until about 2010. Oops. I'm going to pull that back out. Yes, I am. Came out. Oh no, it's in there. Alright, so this is the housing we're using. Let's pull this bolt back out of our starter relay. It connects the motor to it. Here's our housing that we're able to use. Drop that on there. Spread these brushes out to drop around the motor. There we go. There is a pin that you got to line up to get that to drop all the way down in. We got it. Let's put this guy in there. Ooh. All right, that's good. Now this guy. And this guy. Just like so. about ready to do a redneck bench test. All right. Okay. So this theoretically should be ready to put back on the car. Let's see if we can't get any starter action out of it. Here. All right. Click our hot right there. Yep. We're going to hook these up to the battery. All right. So now we got to ground it. The ground burnt off this set of jumper cables. Perfect set to be using for stuff like this. Not really, but it'll work. All right. Now when I touch these two, it should crank. Nada. Not a dang thing. Let me check it for voltage. Well, I'm not confident. I got a good ground there, so let me try that again, just to be certain. I got a good connection somewhere. Ooh. Come on. We got a starter. Heck yes. Heck yes, guys. We got a starter. Sounded a little rough at first. That was just those new brushes, 2 new brushes with 2 old brushes, and they just had to pop into their spot, and now it sounds smooth. Bendix is throwing it out. I think we're going to be in business, guys. I'm a little concerned as to, I'm starting to question whether or not those armatures were the exact same length, because this drive gear is not exactly where I remember it being located, but we're about to find out. We are about to find out. So now I'm going to go out to the car and install this on the car. Once I get it installed on the car, I'll bring you guys back up to speed and we'll see if we got a car cranking over. Thanks for watching, guys.